March 1st, 2014. Even though March had just begun, it was snowing outside. Then again, this is Chicagoland. I was just ready to begin enjoying my weekend off when I awoke to what felt like heartburn. It was 5 in the morning, and I was in no mood to be awake. I forced myself back to sleep only to once again open my eyes, this time at 6. I decided to sit up on the couch to help the heartburn go away. 45 minutes later, the pain had only intensified, and I knew something was wrong. The pain and extreme weakness I felt when trying to get dressed only cemented what I had already felt. Something was definitely wrong. I began to drive myself to the hospital. An hour later and I was in the emergency room, fading in and out of consciousness, waiting for a diagnosis. I don't remember if I ever got one, since I can remember very little from that day, but I do know that just after noon, I was airlifted to the nearest cardiac trauma center. Though I would not find out till much later, I had just suffered a dissected aortic aneurysm, which my surgeon told my parents gave me about a 2% chance to survive. No, that is not a typo. I say he told my parents, because I was in a coma for 6 weeks. From March 1st to April 11th, I would remain in a coma, hooked up to over 24 different medications, just to keep me alive and give my body the best chance of recovery. I woke up with all those IVs hooked up, as well as being on a feeding tube and having a tracheotomy. Oh, and April 11th happens to be my birthday, so happy birthday to me. From April 11th till the 20th of June, I remained in various hospitals and nursing homes going through the different processes involved in recovery. I had completely lost the ability to use my legs and had only limited use of my arms, as well as not being able to breathe unassisted or even swallow whole foods without having to pass a test to make sure I won't choke. I had finally mastered the difficult processes of walking, talking, and eating, when on June 20th I was finally released into my parents' care. Even after going to live with my parents, not ideal for someone in their 30s, there would be many more less than ideal situations. Things like having in-home nursing care, needing a quick line look it up, not fun, and even having all the toes on my left foot amputated. I still maintain a mostly positive view on life. How can I not? I made it through all of that. Too many times in our lives, we look for reasons to be upset. We find excuses to yell at someone or to act bitter towards a person. And for what? There is nothing to gain by being anything less than happy all the time. Even if the point of acting that way is to punish someone for their actions or behavior, we rarely get the message through. Instead, we end up feeling miserable, and no one else seems to care. Why do we put ourselves through that? No matter what happens on our lives, how we react to it is up to us. Did you get fired from your job? You can either feel bitter or angry toward your former employer. You can feel absolutely anguished over how you are going to support yourself or your family now, or you can smile, thank them for the opportunity and the experience, and get yourself a better job. Your attitude doesn't just affect others' lives, it very much affects your own. Only you can decide how happy you want to be. It is as simple as that. If you want to be angry and miserable, just frown, growl, and snap at people all day. As for me, I am going to smile. I want to make the world a better place just by being who I am. And I want to make my life better by making the people around me feel better. Not everyone goes through a life-threatening experience. Not everyone has to almost die to change a very basic part of their life. Just learn from someone else's experience. If your life has gotten you down and you are starting to lose hope, just smile. You'd be amazed how much better you and everyone around will feel.